Happy Sunday, friends. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Vanessa and I go by That Girl Squats. I have a podcast, a business, and a busy life. So today we are going to be talking routines, a little bit of updates, and how my mini cut is going. So, as a business owner, I have a lot of balls in the air, which means I have to rely heavily on routines. I have had the wildest year, which I am so grateful for, but it hasn't necessarily lent me to the most consistent routines, which is the reason why I have fell off from this YouTube journey quite a bit. It's nice because I have been giving it a lot of content to a lot of other people, but didn't put myself first, and I definitely feel like I have been missing that part of my life as of late, but because my besties keep reminding me to do it, I'm doing it. But that being said, my workouts are not fun. They're not pretty. The gym is pretty, but they are pretty monotonous. I can only work out for about 30 to 40 minutes with a heart rate of 130. January 8th, I do have a follow-up with Dr. Morales to see what else I can do moving forward. And so on the times that I go with Eli, I actually get to show him all working out because he has been putting in the hours and making up for my lost time. But that being said, the rest of the day, that Friday, we ended up going to a holiday party for the War House, which was so nice of them for inviting us and including us. I met Adam a couple of months ago over the summer and we just connected, and it's really cool to see him, and I'm going to be able to watch him do his first bodybuilding show this year, fingers crossed. So let's go. I don't know. I just really appreciate good people around. So it was nice that I was able to bring Britt and the hubby. So that was Friday night. Some quick words from Adam.
Since opening that gym, we've had the pleasure of meeting some of the finest people in the city. Vanessa and her media through all the training in the industry with the community.
Saturday was also really busy. Eli now works on Saturdays, so that gives me time to do editing and catch up and just a lot of stuff that I wouldn't necessarily be able to do on the weekends as I was before. It is nice because he kind of like he says that he has two Sundays, which is the one during the week and then the actual Sunday. So Sundays are our days together, which is the reason why I'm hoping to have these videos just like uploaded and ready so I don't even have to think about it moving forward. But I was able to use the anti-gravity squat rack, which was really cool. It's like this crazy apparatus that Adam made, and you can actually do. I counted like 12 variations, but I'm sure you could do 14. It's wild. They even have like a built-in deficit thingy, which I'm going to be showing a little bit more. Since it was Saturday, I actually like baked cookies before I left the house, did my workout, and then got a quick shower in and went straight to Todd's to do some lymphatic drainage. From Todd's, I went straight to the girls' house and we were able to spend some quality time for a cookie exchange and an ornament making at Selena's, where there are just so many amazing, strong women that were able to just, break bread, chit chat, and play games. We played Cards Against Humanity and What Do You Meme? I don't know if you guys have ever played either of those. So if you have, definitely drop that in the comments. And go give them a follow because they're all so sweet and I just love seeing them grow and thrive as well. And then, yeah, look at all of these super cute ornaments. Do you guys have any fun like holiday traditions? Even though I was doing all of this, obviously I went to holiday parties and I did, the ornament making. This holiday was just not typical. Christmas is usually my favorite holiday, but I think because I was traveling so much and doing so much, it still didn't even register, even though obviously we're wearing reds and greens and all that good stuff and doing the Christmas things. It just didn't feel like Christmas. Sunday we just relaxed and I didn't really do much. So we're flashing forward to Monday where I hit legs per usual. Like I said, if you guys want to see more of these workouts or the full workouts, I'm happy to share them. I just don't want to bore you guys because as I'm trying to gain footing again within the YouTube realm and sharing my portions outside of like the podcast or the WTF series, I'm just trying to figure out what you guys find interesting. This day I did glute focus and hamstring focus, which was killer. I am super excited. After we did that, I went home and I opened up some new podcast content room stuff and I was able to put up some lights. Eli also surprised me that previous day with this new slats. We have the other studio that's in the garage area. That one is more of our music studio. And then now we're bringing in the content room essentially into the guest room. And that's just because it's a little bit more comfy, it's a little bit more temperate, and we can kind of like customize it a little bit more. We can make it girly if we wanted to. So, yeah, I'm freaking stoked. Flash forward to Tuesday, where I did my first official check-ins again. I had to do like my measurements. If you guys want to know the official measurements, I'm happy to share them. Waist is still like 26, and my chest is 41. My glutes are 40, and my quads are baby. They're itty bitty. I feel like my calves are just as big as my quads, but my quads are 21.5-ish. So definitely have some room for improvement. So I am excited about that. Wednesday, went to the gym per usual. I've been going to the gym very early these days and just staying consistent with that, which has been really nice. I just feel like waking up early has one been so great for my productivity, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. And then I just get to like focus on other things. I haven't been as good about walking the dog. After the killer glute workout, I went to Trader Joe's, grabbed some essentials, and then flash forward to a Wednesday, which is Christmas Day. Like I said, it wasn't a typical Christmas. Luckily, I was able to see my dad. He brought over the weenies. I got to meet my new quote unquote sister. Her name is Coco the bear, and she's just so adorable. So we just had a quick leg workout, went back to the house, saw them for a bit, and then just chilled. I honestly think I just napped after that. So there's that. I've just been really exhausted. But then on Thursday, we had podcast day. So, I I have a lot, but I don't have a lot. It has been so nice getting back into the groove of things. Like I said, I will be dropping more content with the WTF series, which is the one with Britt. And then I'm going to kind of have like a lessons learned series. That one's going to go over the travel that I've actually gone to and the events that I've done that I just haven't really been able to talk to you guys about because I did the content, I just haven't shared it with you. And even though we're going into 2025, I want to do weekly updates, especially with this little mini cut. I will be very transparent. So, started officially on Tuesday and redid my workouts. There were some workouts that I had to talk to Cass about. I was just like, hey, like, there's no way that I'm going to be doing this just because I have to be very, very cognizant of my body and my capabilities and time. And I just don't want to mess anything up with my surgery. I'm hoping that I don't need to get another boob job for another 15 years. So I'm taking very good care of it, very being very cautious, probably overly cautious, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So if you guys want to know more information about that, let me know. I'm very, very happy to talk about it. I just, again, I have a mixed bag of audience, and I know as I'm growing and expanding on my experiences outside of podcasts and everything like that, y'all are going to care about different things. And I want to respect that. So, yeah, anyways, that being said, I feel like just being back home and implementing new things within my routine, like the content that I'm doing with other people. Like what my routine was in the past was okay, once a week, once a month I go to Britt's house. Once a month I go to Renew. Once a month I have two like FaceTime calls, and then that was pretty much it. I would have random calls, like I would do cold calling and I would do, projects like here and there. But now I am almost forced to be with people in person a lot, which is great. I love it. It's fantastic. It's just very different, especially as added on all of this travel. So it is definitely in the books that I will be going to Columbus, Ohio for the Arnold with Cass, which is super exciting. But on Cass, I'm doing a live stream with her every Friday. I'm doing the monthly podcast. We're meeting once to twice a month, just kind of depending on the way that the content is rolling out. The last couple of months, we met twice each month, which might just kind of stay as is because it works out great. But that is obviously very time consuming. It pretty much takes up our whole day. It's 4 hours, and then I obviously have to edit. And then editing each of these episodes, it takes a while, which I absolutely love. I'm not complaining about it. It's just kind of like these are all new things that I have been implementing within my life and like doing this extra time management. And even though I'm adding on to these things, I almost feel like I have more time. And the reason behind that is because I have been able to get up earlier, stay consistent with my other like non-negotiables, other than walking the dog, which I am going to be walking the dog, I promise, right after I am done doing this voiceover because my phone was dying and I needed time for it to charge so I can walk with her safely because Eli's going to be home by the time I am wrapping up. But anyways, so moving forward, every Tuesday we have the Trail of Champions podcast launching. So that one's called Talk Tuesday. That one is with my co-host Jenna Demanicor, and then sometimes Britt, and then sometimes special guests. So those go out every Tuesdays. Wednesdays, which and all of these series will they'll have their own playlist that's on this channel. So you can find them or you can, subscribe directly to them, whatever. Every Wednesdays, I will be doing a live stream on Twitch and TikTok. I might bring it over to YouTube. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. But for now, it's just going to be Twitch and TikTok because we don't know if TikTok's going to get banned in the future. So that might just go away completely. So I'll be doing that. That one's just going to be random meal prep, random fun stuff where I talk to you guys because I'm forcing myself to talk to you guys more, be uncomfortable, and do uncomfy things because I need to challenge myself. And on those Wednesdays, we will also be launching the WTF series every week, but it's going to be on a collaborative playlist with Britt. So she's going to post every opposing week, and then I'm going to post as well. So, you'll be able to find both of them on the playlist. So we have that. And then Fridays, I will put one of those, lessons learned episodes. And Sundays will be my Sunday reset where I talk about the last week, which is what we're doing right now. And that's what it's going to kind of look like. I want to make sure that, like, eventually I will start getting into like more fun transitions and like vloggy stuff and all of that. But at this point, I have a lot of balls in the air and I want to make sure that I at least do this bare minimum as I grow, as you guys give me more suggestions or questions or whatever. I will obviously, like in the Sunday resets, I will talk about my mini cut. Essentially, we're going to be in this cut until some cut form or fashion from until May of 2025. So we have a long way to go. I will kind of just talk about how I'm feeling this week because I was struggling quite a bit. I think that it was more of adding all of these things and being exhausted and just not necessarily timing things the way that I should have. But again, it's a learning curve. So I was also overly stressed. I honestly edited over 15 videos that were each probably an hour long. So it it just took a lot out of me. I was also learning how to use the new DOS system and how to use just my new mixer and how to use these Streamlabs things. And then on top of that, I'm adding on all of these human aspects, which I'm just not accustomed to as of late. I am going to get there. I am getting there, but again, I'm just forcing myself to be uncomfortable, which is such a blessing in general because it is such first world problems. And then obviously I was like setting up all of the content rooms and all that stuff. So it's been really fun. I also started my vision board, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. So on that note, I love you all so much. Let me know what I can do to make your lives better. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Bye.